Today we're gonna make monkeys bathing.
All right, so like I said, we don't really need to trace, but here's an option. We don't really need to paint all over the board to make it faster. We can actually just using a pencil, you can put the board, this one, the biggest one, put it right in the middle, and then we can actually trace just that, following the curves. This will give us a clue where everything starts and ends, so we don't need to paint all over the board. Also, we don't really need to follow the line closely. We just need a little guide. This will serve as just a little guide. This shape is a little bit abstract, right? You might get it a little upside down or something. Just look at the biggest part right here. It's down here. And then the biggest rock right here. It's gonna be a rock. It's also on the left side. All right. So here's what you can do. You can put the biggest part right in the middle and then trace it. So you will get those lines right there. It needs to be clear enough so we don't need to paint all over the board. Also gonna just put this aside for the rocks later. We're gonna paint it later. I put this here. So we're gonna paint the outer side instead of the inside. That's what we're gonna do. This only serves as a guide, so we don't paint the middle part, which, well, we don't really need to paint. And make sure that the hanger or the hook is up here, so you don't get it upside down. All right, I think we're ready to paint. Okay, so the first color we're gonna mix is white and black. So make sure to use a lot of white like that and just a little bit of black. I'm also gonna get a little white on the side like this. So I have two palettes filled with white. Okay, but I only have a little on this side right here, not too much. I'm gonna get a little black here. Take some of that black. Might be too much, so I'm just gonna put it here. You only need a little bit of black at a time. So if I mix this, white and black, it will create a very light gray. That's what we want. There we go, a very light gray. Make sure you got lots of paint, okay? Enough paint to paint that whole part. So you might want to add some more white. For the light gray. Make it light enough. Making a dark gray. So we have two shades of gray, a light gray and a dark gray, like that. You don't need too much dark gray, you will need lots of light gray though. Just a little bit of the dark gray, but a lot of light gray. You will also need white on the side. This is the light gray. All right. For painting, you can use a flat brush or a round brush. It's really up to you. I think I'm gonna just use a round brush. Bianca's here, finally. Okay, so we're only gonna paint the outside of the sketch. We only need a very light gray, very light, because remember the acrylic paint dries darker. Okay, like this. Make sure to work fast. And as you can see here on my palette, I have 3 colors: light gray, dark gray, and a bit of white. A little bit of white on a different palette. So I didn't trace the rocks at the bottom, but if you did, that is also okay, so you know where to put the rocks later. But if you haven't, like me, that is also okay. So one of the reason why we need to draw the trace the wooden piece is not just to make sure we don't paint the metal part, but also to give us a guide where the light color is gonna be, which is around this part. It's gonna be lighter. But yeah, it looks good already. Great. So make sure you still have the light gray. If you run out of it, you can always add some more, which is what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna mix some more light gray. Not as much as before though. So for this color, you only need a little bit of black like this and a lot of white. So if you mix it, it will create a very light gray. And make sure that the paint is still wet. So to add the gradation, this is why we have the dark gray on the side. To make dark gray, you need a little bit more of the black. Still a lot of white and a little bit more of the black. And then what you can do is to add dab like this. Dab, 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 dab. You don't need to wash your brush. You can just use it right away and then just dab the dark gray on the corner like this. That's on the top right corner. And also on the top left corner. Just dab, 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 dab. I'm using a flat brush. You can also dab at the bottom, but just at the bottom. You don't need to do the corner. Why? Because we're gonna put some stones on the corner, so just gonna do the bottom part, not the corner. All right, like that. You can add it to the top too, so it's not too bland. Not too bland. And then here's what you're gonna do. So you're also gonna, you can wash your brush or you can just wipe the brush. I'm washing it. So just added some dark gray, right? This time, we're gonna dab some white. Don't need too much white. We're just gonna dab it right around the middle, like that. Dab, 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 dab. It would make it easier if the gray part is still wet, but if it's not wet, that's okay. You can kind of add a little bit of the gray somewhere if you like. Just need a little bit. Ah, it's too white. You can add some more of the gray so it doesn't just, you can just dab straight away. Just use the paint a little bit at a time. If you want some part to look lighter, you can add some more white. I'm gonna get some here. They're around there. There, like that. So this is gonna be like the snow. So these monkeys are. Did you know that these monkeys are the ones that got um a hot bath, like a spa? I mean, if you look it up in Google, they will look so so cute. Like they're really enjoying the hot bath. You'll see, it's so cute. Okay, so it looks like that. And the middle, like that. And then we're just gonna use this. Instead of tracing, we're gonna add little bits of dark gray on the sides, like this. By dabbing also, dab, dab, dab. A little bit like a rock, so can add this dark gray to the side like that. I think you'll see here better. There you go. Like we're filling in the crevices, the curves. Adding it longer to the side like this. Using the dark gray. Just by dabbing. I'm still using a big brush here. So if you lift this up, you will see what I meant by it looks like a rock. If I lift this up, see it has this a pattern, like a shape, like a rock. There, like that. Okay, so yeah, if I put this back, it should look like this. Just gonna wash my brush. We're working with lots of white and black in today's painting, which is interesting. So I'm actually gonna start with the black first. So before, because we were making a light gray, we're using lots of white instead of the black. But for now, we're gonna use more of the black than the white. like this. Like this right here. I'm just gonna lift it up so you can see it. A lot more of the black than the white. It's gonna be a very dark gray. And we're gonna mix this up. And we'll create this very dark gray. But it's not black, it's still gray. Maybe you can't really see the difference of it than black, so I'll just add some more white so you can see it. But yeah, it has to be darker than before. Needs to be darker than before. Okay, here you go. A little bit darker than before, right? So darker gray. Gonna use this to paint this big piece right here. And I would suggest for you to do it like this, paint it from left to right. Using the darkest gray. The very dark gray. Paint it from left to right. Left and right, right and left. Make sure you get enough paint. So yeah, the technique for this one is pretty similar with the Luca class, where we paint the sky. If you still remember how to do it, gonna pretty much do the same thing. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna paint it all over. Paint it all over the wooden pieces, and then while the paint is still wet, just gonna take a little bit of the lighter gray with the tip of our brush, and you don't need to wash your brush. You might want to wipe it off though. And you can go back to the top part like this so it's still wet, making sure it's still wet. And yeah, use the biggest brush you have. And then without washing your brush, you can dip the tip of your brush to the lighter gray, and then just add streaks of lighter gray like this. Okay, add some more of that. And take some more. So it will blend and create that horizontal lines, which is really nice. You can use the lightest gray or just the dark gray, but it has to be lighter than the darkest gray. So I'm using this very light gray right there. And you can use this color to also paint the rocks. So it still blend smoothly. Okay, you remember that you have 3 rocks. So we're painting it dark gray, all of them. So swipe it along the top part of the rocks like this. So the top part will look lighter. swipe around the edges. You can also use the gray for one of the monkeys. So this monkey will wear a floater, a balloon floater. Oh, I forgot what it's called. But yeah, you can use the light gray and just paint this part right here. We're gonna create peach. So we can use a brick orange and some white because it's more like peach than cream color. We can start with some white and some orange, like the same amount of orange and white. Or maybe just use a little bit of orange at a time because the orange can be very strong. Like that. I still have a lot more white than the orange, right? And you don't need too much because we're just gonna paint the face of the monkey here. We have 3 monkeys, so 3 heads, 3 faces. So yeah, peach. We're gonna go for peach. Why? Because the monkey's skin color tend to go redder because of the heat of the hot spring. So it is a bit like this color. Peach. We're just gonna paint the face. Their face are a little bit red, more red than usual because of the hot spring. Like this. There are 3 of them. The one that has a shape almost like a mushroom, right? And also, not just the face, the hand right here will have the same color. Just like that. And also, there's going to be one more right here. You can use a smaller brush. I'm using a big brush and you can just do 1 stroke of that, which is nice. So yeah, you can also do the little monkey's hand right here because it's trying to touch the water. A very naughty monkey. So this is gonna be like a rock, right? It will look like that. Okay, so yeah, for Adam and Bianca, don't forget to paint this gray, the floater. For the baby monkey, you can also paint the hand right there with peach. There we go, so you can see the peach there. And also the face. So actually, like the monkey's trying to reach. It's not like the head's here, and this is gonna be like one of the legs, I guess. So you can actually. I'm just gonna use a medium brush right about here. Like Curious George, the monkey. For the monkey's color, it's beige. So we'll use mustard. I'm just gonna use a medium brush. It's a little bit like the woods color, but a little bit darker, not too light. Like vanilla color. I just realized. Yeah, like the vanilla ice cream color. Like it is really enjoying it, right? You can paint this one all um with the vanilla ice cream color. It's a pretty easy part because it's all the same color. Ah, that looks great. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, almost done. See, I think we can finish this one even earlier than usual. Okay, so we can use only black, no need to mix, just a little bit. You only need a little bit. Shadow to the water. This is the shadow of the rocks. So I'm gonna use a flat brush like this, not a big one. So what we're gonna do is actually add a shadow down here. If you're using a flat brush, you can just make a straight line like that. Look how easy that is using a flat brush. You see it? There. And we're gonna do it again down here. This is why we're using a flat brush, so we can create a straight line. We're also adding it down here. So it's like the shadow, not just going to the left, but also going up. It's like the shadow, it is. This one entirely at the front part. For the for the upper part, it's everywhere there. Along the line. Like that. This is why we're doing it last, because we have to make sure that the paint is already dry. Like that. You can make it a little bit thicker if you want. Okay, if you want to make it thicker, wait, I gotta get some more black paint. If you want to make it thicker, you can make thicker lines like, let's say it's double the thickness like this. So we're just gonna make sure that all the paints are already dry so we can use a marker.
If you don't have Posca, you can use paint instead.
So yeah, the next thing that we're gonna do is actually use a marker to add the face, add a little bit dots here and there. There we go. So with bigger black parts, you can see it. See how it creates that illusion, right? It creates the illusion as if this is at the back. Well, in reality, it's not. Really cool, huh? Very cool illusion. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna use a black marker. We can do the face. So this is, they're
Okay.
really enjoying the bath, right? So that's what I'm gonna do for the eye. A little bit sleepy, of course, of course. Look at that. So you can do it just how you want it. It's okay. For this little one, the curious one, I'm actually gonna make the face a little bit different. I'm not gonna do the eyes yet. Just gonna do the nose and the mouth. That's why the mouth is like agape like that. All right, and for the eyes, I'm just gonna do a white dot. Yeah, white dots for big eyes. White circle, actually, not dots. Because it's pretty big. Dots are small. Very cute. You can add a little shine to their skin. Why? Because the water has that property that can make their skin healthy. So it will glow. Like that. Shiny. Shiny skin. Using white. You can also add some highlights to the hand, for example. Oh, I'm also always adding highlights on the right side. This is gonna be the... Let me just draw the leg. So it's gonna look like this. Let me just... So there. The feet. It's like crossing. You can add it something like this if you want. Like, so it looks more like a leg. And here's gonna be the head. Yeah, it looks a bit like, there we go. That's for the Curious George. We're just gonna call him Curious George. Yeah, I added a little highlight to the butt. So it's shiny. There we go. And yeah, for the face, the eyes here, it's a big eye. So I can just add a little bit of a black part, like right here. See? That's the face. It looks so cute. Like so shocked. Oh, almost fell. See, if I put it like this, it looks like it almost fell. Very cute, right? If you have an emerald green Posca marker, you can actually add a little line on top of the floater. So it's two-tone. It's not just one boring gray floater. Of course it's not. I'm using emerald green. You can use any color you like. We're just not gonna make it boring. So you can add dots. I'm gonna add polka dots. If you like, you can use white and add polka dots like that. Nice. Yeah, so you can put it like that. You can still use the white marker. You know, the ripple. Because they're like relaxing inside the water, right? can add a ripple like that. Gonna put this one right here. So I'm gonna put the ripple right around there. Yeah, just like this. And also around this big, if we have like, this is the father, the mother, and the child, it's probably like that. Okay, like that. Ooh. Yes, good. That looks good. Oh, I think I'm gonna add some more of that black part. Let me see. Just miss a little part right here. You might miss it too. Yeah, you can add it there. So it looks like the monkey's resting his hand right there, right on the rock. See? Just adding the black part. Ah, it looks so cute. That looks so cute. Okay, I'm just gonna add some more ripple. It's snowing, you know, so you can add dots anywhere you like because it's snowing. If you want, you can add a lot of snow or just a little bit. Just gonna add dots randomly. So cute. So cute. Almost done. Great. So yeah, for the rocks, you can also add some dots on top of the rock. Just little dots like that. Because, you know, these are like little bits of snow on top of it. Like that. If you want to separate the rocks like that, make a little separation there, or add a little bit of a shadow there. Just use a black marker. You can use a black paint also. That won't be a problem. This one has a shape like this. I'm gonna give it a little shadow there too. that is fine. But yeah, all we need to do now is just glue it down. Yeah, I'm gonna glue down the small parts first, which is the monkey. Ah, wait. Let me take a picture. Wait. Okay. Ah, so cute. Everything's so cute. They all look so happy. Okay, I'm gonna glue down the big monkey right here. Whoops. All right. Okay. All right. All right, I'm gonna glue this down. Give it a good press. There we go. guess I'm gonna add some more snow. Yep, there we go. So yeah, if you want, because this part is like the snowing part, you can add some more white. So make it look whiter, like brighter, like a snow. Only if you want though. So yeah, I added some more white. All right. Thanks for today. I'll see you next time.